Welcome back, everyone. It's your girl DJ. Welcome back to DJ's Dynasty. And if you are here again, thank you. I really appreciate all the support. Like, I cannot exaggerate. This is way more than I expected, honestly, at this time. I love making videos, so all the support you guys are giving me is just an extra boost, that cherry, you know what I'm saying, that cherry on the sundae. So I'm very excited and very blessed and honored that you guys are showing me so much love, and I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna definitely try to be more consistent. I'm not gonna even give you a list of, but we all make time for the things that we want to do, and I'm here. Okay, so you already know what the topic is based on the title, if you can see it down here. But yeah, you can see the title. Something is wrong with me, okay? I'm running on no sleep, but no excuses. We about to get this, okay? So basically, these are just things, these questions that people ask me. I never get the chance to actually answer the questions in the proper manner, meaning that it's just a quick answer, and I don't want to make this video long, of course, but you guys, I like this platform. So drop comments down below if you have anything to add. Me, I'm just doing only 10 because personally I have 21 that I asked my husband before I got married, and the other 11 was just basically based on my experience. Okay, my experience. So you can add to this, but these are the 10 things or 11, it's 11, but 10 sounds much better, I don't know. But these are the 10 things you want to make sure you ask, and not only ask, but evaluate. Okay, you're gonna ask, evaluate, and not just listen to the question, but then you watch out for it in throughout the relationship before you jump into being more serious, before you get your feelings involved, or before you even introduce them to your parents. Exactly, okay? Because you don't want to bring anybody to your family. This is your life. When it comes to your life and the life of your future children, because people actually get into a relationship and people have premarital sex. It's okay, it's real. And you end up having a child with this person. So if you were to have a child in this relationship, you want to make sure that this person is at least good enough. If they're not good enough for you or good to you or for you, but they're at least good to your child. And that's one thing. You don't want your child to feel like, they're not loved or they're not wanted, and you don't want to go through the stress of being both parents. So these 10 is basically not only marriage related, but for people who, before you even get into a relationship, or before you even ponder or imagine him in a tux, all those things, imagine how your kids would look like before all of that. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into the video. I'm looking at my notes now, so that way I stay on track, because I can talk. But we gonna get right into the video. All right, number one, you want to know the relationship they have with their mama. Okay, whether it's how they treat their mama, their views on women in general. That's very important. How they treat their mom, how close they are with their mom. Like, that's another thing, because that shows you, how much input they will take from their mom. You want them to have a healthy relationship. You want a healthy relationship between them. It's not up to you, but something that doesn't seem abnormal. Like, you don't want him to always be like, oh, my mom this, my mom that. Like, nobody got time. Okay, she make sure she did her job. You want someone who loves their mom and treats their siblings not necessarily right, but just at least have a cool relationship with their siblings, so that way that they're family oriented, if you know what I mean. Okay, number two, you want to know his loyalty to God. If he's loyal to God, and we all fall short in some way or the other, somebody might look like they're loyal to God, but they don't. Like, don't think that's one thing I hate. Like, people look, and that's why I feel like I have to do better. But this is not about me. I was about to go into a whole tangent. Let's not do that. But I'm just saying, somebody might look like they are loyal to God, but they're not. But you won't really know that. But you want to know if this person is conscious and aware of God, then when he's in a relationship with you, most likely he's going to be loyal to you, because not that he's loyal to you. Like if he made a vow to God and you guys made a commitment and he's conscious of God, he's not going to do things that will hurt you or disrespect you, in the relationship. So that's number 2. Number 3, you want to know his financial mindset. Like, how does he spend money? How does he like to save money? Because you can be a spendthrift, but if you got it, sometimes you got it. But like if he knows what he's doing and he's saving, you want to know how he spends his money, because there's millionaires out here that go broke. Okay, so you want to know how he spends his money. Not necessarily how much he makes, but that it is important, but it's not very important, because you if you're willing to contribute, it's not that important. But you want to know how he spends his money, what he does for a living, and his plans. And you want to know, with that one, you want to know what he expects from you. Does he expect you to pay half the rent? Like, does he expect 50-50? Does he want you to just pay the little small bills and he pay majority? Or does he want to do everything? And what he expects from you, whether it's financially or physically, mentally, sexually, all of that, you want to know that, okay? Because that is important. And the thing is, when I was talking about these questions, people just ask these questions and they don't think like, oh, okay, I asked this question. You have to watch the action. Ask the question and watch the action. So that way it can you can kind of see, okay? Because sometimes they say one thing and do the other. I mean, we all sometimes, fail to do that, but you have to have understanding, of course. And, you know what you want to know. But the thing is, we get our feelings involved first because of the way things are going. No, you have to be selfish, and you have to stock a little bit, just a little bit, not too much, not crazy stocking, but stock a little bit. Analyze and make sure you are investing in yourself, because this is you're planning to spend the rest of your life with this person, right? You don't even know, but I feel like I never wasted my time with, talking to this guy, talking to that guy. No. From the bat, like if you cannot be a potential husband, like I wasn't gonna waste time with you, like from the get go. Like that's why you can't say that she was that one that. No, from the get go, I was not gonna even waste my time on you. No, like that's what we need to start doing. Because a lot of us, I don't understand how a lot of us are in, not me, but like a lot of people are in situations. It's because we don't, and I was in that situation, to be honest, with my last marriage. I didn't ask. I didn't know what to ask. I just thought like everybody was good. And that's our downfall, especially for women. We give the benefit of the doubt too many times. But when it comes to your marriage, when it comes to getting married and having children, you need to be selfish. Like this is your investment, okay? Be selfish and do your research. Basically, this is research for you and for your future, like for you and for your family. Number 4, you want to know what is his standard of beauty. What does that mean? What his standard of beauty is. Like, does he value, what is standard of beauty? The best way to explain that is, if you're the chick of the season, let me just say it like that. Like I'm trying to find some words, but if you're the chick of the season, like if society has its standards of what beauty is, 10 years down the line, if you don't meet what society is, then you're probably out. You're out the bandwagon. So you want to know what his standard of beauty is, and if you stalk just a little bit, and you know how his exes or the other people that he was interested look like, and you are A and others are Z or ZA, whichever one, then you gotta really protect your heart. Protect your heart, okay? Protect your time. We need to start doing that, okay? But yeah, know what his standard of beauty is, and know why. Just try to figure out why he's into you, if you know what I mean. Like, what does he physically like with you? Because you don't want someone that you have to maintain something, because our bodies change, okay? You want him to be interested in you, or get, because the physical aspect, yes, does matter, because, in the beginning, but you don't want him to be so specific to the point where you're like rushing to maintain something that changes. You're gonna get old. Like, if you get old and wrinkly, is he gonna leave you? I don't know, but you just want to know a little bit of his standard. I forgot what number, but you want to know. You also want to know his. You want to know his blood group, and you want to know his. You want to know whether he has any STDs. That is very important. You want to know whether he has STDs, his blood group. Now, blood group and blood type is very different. You want to know his blood group to see if you guys are compatible enough to make healthy children. There's a lot of children that do have diseases that, and these are diseases that could be easily avoided if you do know what your blood group is. I think people out of the, like, foreign countries, they're very prone to that. They look out for the blood group more than here. Here we're all about STDs. Back in foreign countries, they look at blood group. So you want to look at both of those. Number 6, you want to know the type of friends he has, and basically how he carries himself. But yeah, you want to know how he carries himself when he's outside, because one day, if you guys are together, you guys are one. Him being out there represents you in some way. And then you want to know his friends, because environment counts a lot. If you want to know who his friends is. Like that, you know how they say the birds that flock together. I don't know, I might be saying it wrong. The birds that flock together, whatever. It's not coming to me right now, but you know what I mean. That is believable. Like I would say 70% of the time it's true. Okay? So you want to know that. And see if you can be friends with their friends. Like, if you can be friends with their friends, it's just so easy, because then you don't have to be worried about, oh, okay, you're going with this person. And like, you all want to have something, so you guys can have like group dates or whatever, and be cool with each other without be like, oh, I don't like him, which is hard. Like, this is the person's friend, so you want to know that before you get too deep into that. But it's gonna be hard to really introduce it. Like, they might not introduce you to their friends early on, but you're doing research throughout the relationship. That this is before you jump the wagon, like I said. So you have, I don't know how long it's gonna take. You have months to get to know these things, and just know that it's gonna be an issue. Number 9, you want to know. I don't know where I am, but I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna say number 9. You want to know why they chose you, and you can ask in different ways. Because sometimes they have an ulterior motive where they chose you for different reasons, but you want to know why they chose you to be with. So that way you have an understanding of your position, and don't feel like, if sometimes guys are actually truthful. Like, there's people that
Correction, for lack of a better word at the moment, but some women like to be impressed, and most men like to flex so far away from the truth.
Some guys are actually truthful, and they'll tell you why they're with you. And don't think that why they're with you is gonna change, because sometimes it doesn't change. Sometimes it changes, but don't make it your job to say, oh, I'm gonna change that. No, remember why he said he chose you, okay? And also watch the actions. That's key. Okay, so you want to know you want to make sure the words and the actions are like balanced out. It might not be the same, but you want to watch out for that. Also, you want to know, I don't know if I'm at 9 or 10, but I'm going to just say 10. You want to know how angry this person can get. You want to make sure you make this person as angry. Just try your best to make them angry, to see how they act. Okay, now this is the thing that I failed at before I married my ex. we went on our first date, right? A little story time. I don't want to make this too long, but we went on our date, and my mom was there, of course, because she just had to be there. She didn't want me to be there by myself, which is okay. That's besides the point. And this dude did not give any regards to my mom being there. Like, he don't have no respect. I didn't look at that. I was young. I was 18. Okay, I didn't look at the fact that he didn't have no respect for my mom at that table. So the waiter came, and he was nasty. He was disgusting towards that waiter. And that was the first date. And I gave him excuses. I was like, oh, he must be tired. He was this. No. I should have had a little light bulb, like it should have just came to light in my head. And this person, like a waiter came to serve you your food, okay? We're talking about food here, okay? I like food, so I'm saying it a lot. This person could have spit in your food. This person didn't do nothing to you. So this tells you the type of person he is. He will put his anger on you even if you didn't do anything to him. You know what I'm saying? So you want to look at signs like that. I should have had a little ding that, oh, okay, but I gave him excuses. Try to give him the benefit of the doubt, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that no more. We need to protect our hearts, our time, and this is an investment in your life. And I feel like I wasted a lot of time, but that's besides the point. But analyze everything. Your research does not end until once you get into the marriage, now your research has ended. Your paper is over. Now you're actually committed to the marriage, and you're going to have to deal with things in the marriage. You're going to have to fight, because especially if you knew it already, you're going to have to fight through it, because you knew that he likes to stay out all night, and you were like, oh, whatever, it's cool. You knew. So don't, when y'all in a relationship, don't all of a sudden try to change. That's the major issue. Like, a lot of girls were like, oh, he was doing that when he was with her. So I don't know why I sound like that. That is so not me. But y'all, he was doing that with her. That's not me. I'm gonna change him. Oh, it's not. You cannot change anybody that does not want to change. Okay, so if he did not change before your actual quest of changing him, you want to let that person go. Okay. And if he's like, imagine he comes home from work and he's mad at his boss, he's gonna put that anger on you. That's the type of ex I had. Okay, somebody will piss him off and he'll dump that right on me, and that's not cool. Okay, so because you already have your own issues to deal with, you don't want to deal with other people's issues too. All right. The last one, I don't know what number. Again, I am so sorry. I don't know, but this is the last question. Or the last one. You want to know how many kids he wants to have and how he plans to raise his kids. That tells you a lot about how he was raised. It tells you a little bit of history, like, in the beginning, because sometimes they don't warm up to you right away. It just tells you a lot. And you don't want somebody to raise your kids a certain way, or be like, oh, I don't mind if my kid drinks alcohol on the dinner table, or we're Muslim, we don't do that, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, you want to at least have a common ground on why, and you want to know why he want to raise his kids a certain way. And once you understand why, then you'll have a better understanding of who he is as a person, and that tells you a lot. But the thing is, the problem is, we like to change things. We like to tweak things. Or like, oh, okay, this, that, and the third. Don't tweak anything. Take it for what it is. In the beginning, before you are invested, he might be really cute or charming, but you don't want to waste your time, okay? Nobody got time for that, okay? And if you don't have nobody before you're 30 or 40, it doesn't matter, like, or you don't have your children, just glad that you didn't waste your time, okay? Be grateful that you are living your best life and you didn't waste your time with nobody, because I wasted some of my time. For sure, I wasted like 4 years of my time. And I wasn't married for 4 years, so I was married for like 9 months in my first marriage. And yeah, and I couldn't go to school. There were so many things that he just hold me back from, so much physical and mentally. It was just a lot of damage that was done to me, to the point where I didn't want to be alive anymore. Like, I wasn't a suicidal person. Let's get that really straight. I just didn't know, I didn't have motivation to do anything. I didn't feel like I was worth anything. I just felt like a piece of trash. I just felt like nothing after that whole relationship. And I had to escape. Okay? I had to escape to relearn myself, to, you know, and how I escape, I don't know, but that's probably another video. Yeah, the courage, but yeah, that's another video. That's definitely another video. I'll talk about that later. But you want to, you know, you want to do your research. And if you do your research, okay, so I had a failed marriage. A lot of people do research and they still have a failed marriage. People grow apart, or they do things that you can no longer continue with. That's very understanding. But at the end, at the end of that relationship, you want to know that you did your best, okay? You want to know that you did your best. You're the one that got away, realistically, because sometimes people are like, oh, like, I'm the one that got away. When you really, he got away. But you want to know that you did your best. You were not the issue. He was the problem. And you move on with your life, okay? You don't want to be like, oh, I never should have did this. I never did that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so if you are trying to get married, or you want to, if you're trying to get married, if you've already been married, or you are currently married, drop comments down below, and let's have because I like this platform, so that we can have a discussion and we can just talk about it, you know, different experiences, because I'm still learning. I'm newly married, so I'm still learning. I'm just telling you what to analyze before you even give the thought, before your love and your feelings are invested, before you give love and before your feelings are invested. Because once you get into that part, you in for something. You might be in for a good ride or a bumpy ride. So you choose the road, your path. You choose your path, okay? And that's all I have to say. Yes, if you're still here, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I really, truly appreciate all the support, like I said before. If you like these videos, because I'm an experienced person, I would say. Yeah, I'm an experienced person, and I'm coming out with all types of videos. You don't know what's gonna come up. I have a lot of things in store for the summer. Just wait on it. But if you like my videos, let me know by subscribing. Subscribe and ring the bell so you can get a notification when I post. All right?